So we have a given differential equation of this form. Y double prime plus 4y is equal to sine 2t squared. Sine 2x, I mean 2x squared. So we need to find general solution y. First step. Okay. Solve for the homogeneous solution. So kung homogeneous solution na siya roots na
2, sir.
2i o negative 2i or 0 plus and minus 2i. Okay? So kung kana yung roots atong y h is case 3, c1 cos 2x plus c2 sin 2x. Okay. So based gapon ani, based ani ang atong assumed yp. Change na nato si c1 ug si c2 ug v1 and v2 which are functions instead of constants. So yp is v1 cos 2x plus v2 sin 2x. Okay? Okay, matrix. Butag matrix. Duha man ni ka second order. So, duha ka equations. This is our y1, y2. v1 prime. So, v1 prime cos 2x plus v2 prime sin 2x is equal to 0. Next, derive si cosine and si sine. Now, this becomes negative v1 prime sin 2x. Negative 2. Negative 2 v1 prime sin 2x plus 2 v2 prime cos 2x is equal to right hand side pi of x sin squared 2x or sin 2x squared. Okay. Ito na yung i-transform into matrix form. Cos 2x sin 2x negative 2 sin 2x and positive 2 cos 2x. v1 prime, v2 prime is equal to 0 and sin squared 2x. Next. Solve for v1 prime. One example like class. This is a good example. Hindi pwedeng elimination. No? I don't think maka-eliminate ani directly. Okay, so kinang yun din siya i-matrix. Solve for the determinants. Solve for determinant D. Crisscross. 2 cosine squared 2x. 2 cosine squared 2x minus negative 2 is positive 2. So, plus 2 sine squared 2x. Plus 2 sine squared 2x. Identity, cosine squared plus sine squared is 1. B is equal to 2. Okay? Very convenient. D of V1 prime. So, uli lang ni dito. So, is cross 0 minus sine cube 2x. 0 minus sine cube 2x. Or, of course, negative sine cube 2x. How about the determinant of V2 prime? Kani. Pulihan ni si second column ug kani. So 0 na ni kani sine squared minus 0. So multiply ni 2 cosine squared 2x. 2 cosine squared 2x. Oh, no. Dili. Cosine 2x sine squared 2x. So to get V1 prime, just divide the determinant of V1 prime and D, which gives us negative 1/2 sine cube 2x. And our V2 prime is divide all of this by 2. We have 1/2 times cos 2x sine squared 2x. Okay. So, integrate na lang na, no? And muna ang final answer. So, integrating both sides will give us a V1 of, come on lang integrate and I'm sure na-integrate mo ninyo, no? Based sa mga answers sa seat work. So ito answer 1/4 cos 2x minus 112 cos cube 2x. I think mo na siya. And ang V2 is 112 sine cube 2x. Same answers, guys? V1, V2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And that's it, no? The final answer would be, di na ako isuot kay din ako mag-aral sa papel. So, ang answer would be this one, C1 cosine 2x plus C2 sine 2x plus 1/4 cosine, mahulog na, if this is V1, if that is V1 multiplied by cosine 2x, pwede na may 1/4 cosine squared 2x minus 112 cosine to the power of 4 2x. No? Ito ba? Basta kay ang next step pwede pa gid daw ma-simplify, pero ang next step pwede lang nga kani directly multiplied or substituted here. And this one directly substituted here. And kung mo atong final answer, okay, that's good enough for me. Okay? So, I'm not sure if na may questions considering na nag-answer man ta sa seatwork. At least that's just to clarify or check kung correct ba inyo ang nakuha ang answer sa last meeting seatwork. Alright? One last example for this topic, variation of parameters. Pero this one is a third order. But you'd be amazed na even if third order ni, the same na gyapon nga process. No? So, let's say given taog y triple prime plus y prime is equal to second of x. So, kanina din, naging ma-solve og undetermined coefficient because second of x man. So, find y solution. First, say roots. Roots ano nga quadratic equation. No? So, kung yung characteristic equation would be something like this. No? No, plus din eh. Plus minus I.
I, negative I, sir.
Plus minus I. So 0 plus minus I1. Ang first and second root. Pero tungod kay cubic equation eh, consider na to, ang third na root is 0. So this is a review sa atong linear ODEs with constant coefficient. Okay. So iyahang y of h is equal to C1. C1 times e to the power of 0x is just C1 plus cosine x and sine x. Plus C2 cosine x plus C3 sine x. So, ang atong y of p, kasi nga nagyapon, no? V1, y1, where y1 is equal to 1. Okay? So, v1 plus v2 cos x plus v3 sin x. So, atong matrix ani would be atong y1 is 1, no? Coefficient ni v1 is function 1 cosine x and sine x. This time, tungod kay third order ni siya nga differential equation, ato siyang i-derive kaduha para makakuha ta og tulo ka rows. Again, i-derive ni kaduha para makakuha og tulo ka row. Before, atong given is second order. So, i-derive na ito kasa kung na ka row. This time, divide it twice or get the second derivative for us to have 2 rows. So, derivative of 1 is 0, cosine is negative sine, sine is cosine. Derivative of 0 is still 0. Derivative of negative sine is negative cosine. Derivative of cosine is negative sine. First is equal to 0, and second equal to 0. And third is equal to second of x. Question so far?
Wala, sir.
Wala pa. Okay. So, palaro ha. Palaro ang atong na agian pagyapon nga process. Wala pagyapon na dungag. No? Tungod lang kay third order siya, ato siyang i-derive kadua. First derivative, second derivative. Unlike before nga kasara. Now, medyo complex lang gamay, no? I'm not saying it's hard. Mas complex lang gamay because upat na determinant atong i-determine or i-solve. We have the determinant of the coefficients, the determinant of v1 prime, the determinant of v2 prime, and the determinant of v3 prime. So first is pakita sa atong determinants coefficients. Sige daw. I hope nakadumdum pa mo, no? Atong pag-solve sa determinant sa 3x3 matrix.
Gamay, sir.
I hope. No? So if you remember, natay marag pattern nga sundon kana. Okay? And the best row or column nga atong pilion is the one that has the most zeros. In this case, the first column. No? Meaning, we'll just multiply 1, or ngayong sign is positive, with this one. No? So, review lang sa gamay. Okay. I think it's a good time to review. No? Tapos mamuta og oras po. So, example given ta og matrix A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. Okay. Atong matrix. To find the determinant, first, okay, mag-loss of pattern sa kilid para mag atong guide later. Muna ilang mga sign. No? We need to choose either isa sa tulo ka row or isa sa tulo ka column. Pwede nato ni pilion si ABC, si DEF, or si GHI. Pwede gyapon si ADG, BEH, or CFI. Masiasa atong unom, no? 6 man to ka buok. The choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, let's just say akong gipili is si BEH. Kani si BEH. Okay? So the determinant would be those 3 multiplied by its submatrices. So, ang tawag ng submatrix. But kani silang tulod na sila mga signs based sa pattern. So si BDI is negative, si E is positive, si H is negative. Okay? So negative V, yung submatrix is 2 by 2 man. So multiplied by the determinant of a submatrix plus E minus H. Minus H. So, say, sulod aning mga submatrices. So, kung asa nga column o row na belong si element, no, in this case, si B, wala to siya i-appeal. No? So, atong tabunan, kibali. No? So, si B is na belong man aning row o ganing column. So, tabunan nato na sila. So, sa'yo nabilin? D, F, G, ug I. So, D, F, G, ug I. Yung submatrix. D, F, G, ug I. So, di na to magamit ani nga mga signs. Kato lang sa kung unsa nga column or row atong pilion. So, kay E, tungod siyang pinakatunga, so, muna iyahang column, muna iyahang row, yung submatrix is si A, C, G, ug I. A, C, G, and I. Last, si H, Diba? So, muna yung column, muna yung row, A, C, D, ug F. A, C, D, F. A, C, D, F. And the usual way, ang pagpangita sa determinant sa mga submatrices. So, this becomes negative B times crisscross DI minus GF, DI minus GF plus E AI times GC minus GC, and so on and so forth. And I think you get the picture. Okay. So that's our mini review. Like that's sa atong matrix at hand. Which is the best column or row to choose? Sa kanila, sa kanila.
0, 0.
Kanang dagag 0, no? Kaya kung dagag 0, mas better nang dagag 0 kay mas gamay lang ang atong
0 ang answer.
Dili pwede 0 ang answer. Kay kung 0 ang answer, dili na siya linearly independent and we don't want that, diba? So na mag-iisa nga dili mag-0 ato. So if na yung mga elements aning 0, no? At least makancel lang isa nato katrabaho, no? Sa kaning example, duha kang makancel, no? So say sign ni 1, positive, no? Positive 1. Kasi mga partner ni ang submatrices ni 1. Diba? Sa negative sign, cosine, negative cosine, negative sign. Kani. Kana siya. Negative sign, cosine, negative cosine, and negative sign. Okay. Crisscross. Negative sign times negative sign is sine squared minus negative cosine times cosine is cosine squared. So minus negative is positive cosine squared. So the determinant is equal to 1. So theta. So the determinant matrix is equal to 1. Well, that's lucky for us. Next, the determinant of V1 prime. So i-replace lang ni, ipulihan ang first column by this one, no? So the determinant of V1 prime. So this becomes 0, 0, and second. So of course, katugyapon nga column atong pilion, no? So, kung isulat ha, we replace the first column by the right-hand side column. 0, 0, second x. 0, 0, second x. And copy everything else. So from the pattern, plus minus plus, positive as a second. Second x. So ang mga submatrix na second x. Si cosine, sine, negative
What?
sine, cosine.
Second.
Kani. Ha? Ibali, nasa yung highlighter. Jot. Ganina. Kani man to. Na multiply sa iyahang kana. No? Okay, mo man iyahang column, man iyang row. So, wala to'y appeal. So, kana, multiplied ani. Dere, si second x man na to no? Iyang submatrix is that one. Claro? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Second x. Sige daw. Cosine times cosine is cosine squared. Minus, apa ba? Minus negative, pero no? Minus negative, sec x. So minus negative is positive sine squared x, which is 1, meaning the determinant of v1 prime is sec x. And because the determinant of the coefficients is 1, we could conclude that v1 prime is secant x. Okay? So, napatay duha, no? Taas lang gid siya, but kaya raman. Next. The determinant of v2 prime. We replace the second column with the right-hand side column. Well, we can take choices alone, no? 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, second, x, sine x, cos x, negative, sine x. Wala pwede pilian, pwede gyapon kani, pwede gyapon ka to. Kung kani, isa lang man ang 0. Pwede gyapon kani oh. So, sige, just for the sake of one illustration, let's pick this one. So, unsang sign ni element cosine? Negative. So, don't forget ha. So, negative ni si cosine. So, if si cosine x atong gipili, sa iyahang diba? Muna iyahang submatrix. 1, 0, and 0, second. Okay, mo man iyahang partner, oh. Kanawag ka to. So, 1, 0, 0, second x. Pumatang dahon, pili answer. Okay, very good. Negative 1. This becomes negative cosine x, and 1 times secant x minus 0 is secant x. And we know, reciprocalness lang duha. So the answer, the determinant of v2 prime is negative 1. Hence, v2 prime is negative 1. Integrate ko na later. So si v2 is negative x. Kani later, integrate po na eh. Last, dv3 prime. 1, 0, 0, cosine x. 1, 0, 0, cosine x. negative sine x, negative cosine x. Replace ang last column with the right-hand side, 0, 0, secant x. So for the sake of illustration, I'm going to choose the middle na row. So 0, sine of 0. So unsay sine ni sine x? Minus plus minus man yun, di ba?
Negative
Okay.
lang.
Negative gyapon. Very good. So negative man siya daan. The positive of negative is still negative. So negative sine x. Kung sa ihang partner. This one. That one. Kana o ito. 1, 0, 0. Sino sa taas, no? 1, 0, 0, secant x. Tangent, no? Negative tangent.
Yes, sir.
Negative tangent x. Very good. So this becomes negative sine x times secant x, and we know secant to be 1 over cosine. Sine over cosine is dbt prime is negative tangent x divided by the determinant of the coefficients. Bt prime is so tutog pa integrate kani kana o kani secant x. So if si v1 prime is secant x, integrate lang natin para makuha si v1. What's the derivative of secant x?
Sec x tan x, sir.
ln sec x tan x.
Sir.
O man siguro no? Next, v2 is the integral of negative 1. So, 1 dx. v2 is negative x. Last. Integral sa tangent. No? v3 is integral of negative tangent x. ln cosine x. Positive ln. May naman tayo table no? Integral sa tangent. Yeah. Sakto The integral sa tangent is negative ln cosine x. So negative man siya daan. So positive ln cosine x. And these are our components of our final answer. So incorporating everything, C1 plus C2 cos x plus C3 sine x. So the final answer is y C1 plus C2 cos x plus C3 sine x plus V1, meaning plus ln secant x plus tangent x. Plus V2 cosine x, so minus x cosine x. And last, plus V3 sine x. Plus sine x ln cosine x. And final answer. And that's it. Okay. Questions? Is it clear? Ang challenge lang ang part is ang pangita naman sa mga determinants. No? After ma-obtain ang determinant, i-integrate lang man dayon. Pag ma-integrate, i-substitute lang balik sa atong assumed solution. So make sure lang careful mo sa kaninga portion, no? Pagpangita sa tulo ka determinant, actually upat ti di ay. Diba? Sinlibog bitaw siya kung dire, no? Kung wala natarong ni og sulat. Yan. Right? Questions? None? Something bugging you nga gusto niyo i-ask? If wala na, I might post na lang karon or today. Is it work for you to do? Okay, if wala na may pumunta na, we could dismiss early na.
Yes, sir. Basa, sir.
Later lang yapon or maybe tonight. Tonight. Sige. Kung wala na yung pumunta na, dismiss na ta guys.
Thank you, sir.